Welcome to the 5th video in our out-of-place artifact series. For those who don't know, out-of-place artifacts, also known as OOPARTs, are prehistoric objects that show a level of technological advancements that wasn't present in their time period. These objects continues to be a subject of debate among scientists and other conspiracy theorists. Scientists try to settle the matter by giving examples of natural phenomena, while others believe that it's evidence of highly developed ancient civilizations before humans. A tiny majority also believe that some of these findings are evidence that aliens landed on Earth at some point in time and left behind these strange objects. Some might even go as far to say that time travelers are involved and responsible for these objects. The question of whether or not these artifacts are genuine is out of the scope of this one video, but these objects are still fascinating finds that raises more questions than answers. So here are 5 more out-of-place artifacts that I think are very interesting to talk about. The Coso Artifact. Whether you're an engineer or not, you might have remotely heard of a device called a spark plug. They're an integral part of everyday vehicles, as they assist in starting the engine. The Coso Artifact is a spark plug that was found encased in a lump of coal or hard rock, also known as a geode. It was accidentally discovered on February 13, 1961, by 3 people named Virginia Maxey, Mike Maxwell, and Wallace Lane. They were searching for sedimentary rocks for their gift shop near the town of Atlanta, California. When they returned to the gift workshop, Mike started to assort what he thought were geode rocks. His diamond cutting saw blade got damaged when cutting through the cross-section of a geode. Once inside, he couldn't spot the regular cavity of a geode, but a shiny metal responding to the magnet. Virginia Maxey, one of the founders of the Coso Artifact, repeatedly claimed that this was either a 100-year-old or 500-year-old object. A vast difference in both numbers. Donald Chittick, a very vocal speaker about the origin of life and Earth, said that this artifact further refutes evolution, as evolutionary models failed to indicate such sophisticated technology long ago. When Virginia was questioned about the dating method used to confirm the age of the spark plug, she was unable to provide any specific answer. The scientific community responded by saying that the Coso artifact wasn't a prehistoric device. It might have been a 1920-era spark plug that could have powered the Ford engine or was used in mining operations. They believed that there was a serious error with the dating of the spark plug, as transportation, erosion, and other environmental changes can mislead the results. They also compared it with the original spark plugs from the 1920s and found both of them to be quite similar. After the investigation was complete, Stromburn had asked Chittick to retract his statement, but he never did, and continued to repeat his claim publicly, and also in his book, The Puzzle of Ancient Man. He was of the opinion that this spark plug was used to power combustion or jet engines that existed a long time ago. So what do you think the Coso artifact is? Is it even a spark plug? Or something else that had gotten lodged into a rock thousands of years ago? Let me know what you think. 2.8 billion-year-old spheres. These spheres, also known as Ottosdale objects, were collected from a mine in South Africa in 1992. They were found enclosed in 3 to 3.1 billion-year-old pyrophyllite deposits. Their discovery led to wild speculation, with some people claiming that these spheres were molded by human hands. Scientists have claimed that these naturally formed mineral masses are not man-made objects. However, creationist believes that this was another evidence of a civilization that existed billions of years ago or before the biblical floods. Others claimed that these spherical or subspherical objects were created by intelligent extraterrestrial species like aliens that left them here. Various sources at the time report that these artifacts are almost perfectly spherical. The balanced size and shape, along with the unusual straight lines across the circumference, led many to believe that they might have been molded in the cast created by humans. In 1997, Heinrich did a first-hand examination of these artifacts and concluded that they are neither perfectly round nor singular, as claimed by others. One of the anonymous miners that discovered them claimed that the Ottosdale objects were of 2 types. The first type he described as being all the way round, with the reddish tinge composed of a bluish-white metal. The second type was hollow, with thin skin, and was more common than the former one. According to Roelof Marx, curator of the Museum of Klerksdorp Cities, These spheres are very hard objects, with a fibrous interior and an outer shell around them that cannot be scratched even by steel. Upon visual inspection in 1998, Cairns Cross speculated that the first type was the mineral pyrite, while the latter was a natural iron carbonate material. Interestingly, few of the Ottlesdale spheres have grooves around the surface, for which there is no specific explanation by the creationists. Scientists, however, argue that grooves encircling these globes show the growth marks of these minerals and are not artificially inflicted. Similar balls, known as Marquis marbles or Marquis balls, were found in Utah and are considered to be 2 million years old. Upon research, geologists concluded that they are also composed of iron as the main component. The first theory was that these balls are of a piece of meteor that crashed on Earth millions of years ago. However, legend holds that the ancient tribes in America would play with these marbles and use them to convey messages. Cambodian Stegosaurus. This story revolves around Ta Prohm in the country of Cambodia, but more specifically, the carvings found on one of the walls. At face value, the carving represents a Stegosaurus, one of the plated dinosaurs that existed in the late Jurassic period. Nevertheless, the Buddhist temple is said to be constructed in the 12th and 13th century, so it's understandable that many believe that the carving is ancient as well. More than 80,000 people were involved in the temple's maintenance, including court officials and entertainers like dancers. Fast forward to today, Ta Prohm is an isolated tourist spot, mostly engulfed by overhanging trees. So the main problem with the Stegosaurus carving is that non-avian dinosaurs became extinct 58 million years ago, according to conventional history. This is far before any human existed on planet Earth to actually see what a Stegosaurus used to look like. This is worth mentioning that not everyone believes in the evolutionary model as laid out by scientists. In fact, creationists believes in the exact opposite. That is, that humans and dinosaurs coexisted around 10,000 years ago. This serves as a conventional explanation for them as to why such an accurate carving existed if humans never saw this species. Paleontologists are professionals who study fossils and ancient objects to better comprehend people that existed before historical records. Their stance on the matter is that there is no solid verification that this carved creature is ancient. In addition, they point out that if the engraving is viewed closely, then it hardly resembles a Stegosaurus. The head is relatively large, and it appears to have long ears and a horn. The plates on the back of the animal can be taken for leaves. This makes it more similar looking to a rhinoceros or a boar against a leafy background, rather than a Stegosaurus. Modern depictions of dinosaurs are derived from the bony skeletons observed from fossils. Even if we consider that it is a living Stegosaurus, the origin of this craft is unknown. Therefore, it's also possible that the Stegosaurus is recently made by a random person, or perhaps by a member of a movie crew, since the place is famous for shooting film. The Maine Penny. If you're a fan of the Viking TV series, then you'll definitely find this one interesting. The Maine Penny is an obscure coin that was discovered on the shores of Maine in the northern US. In 1956, Milgren and Ed Runge, a pair of amateur archaeologists, were invited by a shoreline property owner, Goddard, to explore the area. Despite the second summer, the pair found not one, but many other artifacts like stone chips, fire pits, and knives. However, the most unusual of them all is that the decrepit coin that Milgren claimed belonged to 12th century England. The matter didn't catch much attention initially because the discoverers didn't make a big deal out of it. Later on, when the coin was featured in the regional bulletin, the news made its way to an eminent London dealer who stated that it can't be from England. After Milgren's death, the coin was re-identified to be a Nordic penny made between 1065 and 1093 during the reign of Vikings. Now, the billion-dollar question is how this little coin traveled all the way from Norway to northern England. Some people took this opportunity to claim that Vikings visited America way before Columbus. Others argued that if Vikings indeed landed on America, then there should be more artifacts linked to them than just a single penny. It's also believed that a trader originally from Scandinavia might have dropped this coin when he came to America. The third and final theory is that this artifact is a fake. However, to be fair, the Maine penny appears to be worn out from the edges and rough enough to be considered old. The duplicate copies of Nordic coins appears to be freshly minted as they are now. An archaeologist by the name of Edmund Carpenter stated that the year the Maine penny was discovered was bumper year for Viking fakes. He took a step further and raised question marks regarding the discoverer, Milgren. He argued that Milgren is a passionate coin collector who also worked at an auction house and could have had access to an old Norse penny and planted it there as a hoax or a prank. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think the Maine Penny is real or a hoax? Let me know what you think in the comments below. The Dorchester Pot. The Dorchester Pot was a metallic vase object recovered from Massachusetts, particularly from Meeting House Hill in 1851. It was found several meters deep beneath sedimentary rocks, broken in two pieces after exploding a rock. The jar is composed of zinc and silver, about 12 centimeters high and 16 centimeters at its base. The estimated age of this vase is alleged to be about 593 million years old. Roxbury Conglomerate, which is the area that the vase was found in, is also said to be of the same age. If you look closely at the exterior of this vase, you'll notice intricate drawings of many plant species that became extinct tens of thousands of years ago. As reviewed by many botanists, this kind of inlaying and carvings could only be the work of a highly skilled craftsman. Soon after it was discovered, in June of 1981, the Scientific American magazine did a complete article about this discovery, stating that there is no doubt that this was blown out of a rock, as above stated. The matter is worthy of investigation, as there is no deception in this case. Even though this case caught great attention in the beginning, but gradually lost the interest of the scientific community as well as the public. The artifact was taken from museum to museum as its relevance dropped. It was eventually lost. Unfortunately, there's no more information that I can find out about this, but it's something that I am interested in and will hopefully follow up on another time. Human history and its progress is a wide-ranging topic that never fails to amaze individuals, even from a non-scientific background. OOPARTs are one of the many mysteries of our planet that still causes friction between two opposing sides. Historically, many OOPARTs have been declared a fake or hoax, used by discoverers to gain popularity or monetary benefits. But there are many out there that continues to puzzle researchers and viewers even until today. Thanks for watching our late night top 5 channel. We're a new channel and would love to have your support by subscribing, liking, or simply dropping a comment down below. To watch more interesting late night videos, click the links to continue watching more.